find it, there's just one place to go. When you're stuck at home and the time is ticking slow.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm good, thank you. It's so good to see a face behind the brand finally.
Thank you for all the stuff you are doing.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so I just want to welcome everyone. I think people are still joining. I think it takes a few more minutes for everyone to join. But for everyone who has joined us already, thank you so much for joining tonight. Tonight's, live session, I really just wanted to shine a light on all the wonderful work that different people are doing as a response to the COVID-19 pandemic and, as a response to the nationwide lockdown. And I also just want to help other people that are just wondering what they could possibly be doing, whether it's volunteering, whether it's through sponsorship. And so today I'm going to be chatting to different people. Like I said, I'm shining a light on people that are making a difference. And obviously, we're starting off with Olivia from Corona Care. And Liv, if you could please just start off by just introducing yourself and introducing what is Corona Care and what is all about the mission behind Corona Care.
Cool, yeah. So, like I said, thank you so much for having us tonight. You contacted us right in the beginning when things were quite chaos. So I'm glad we're getting this together. So Corona Care is a matchmaking platform. We started about 6 weeks ago. A group of friends came together and decided that something needed to be done during this difficult time.
Yes.
Like I was saying, we're a matchmaking platform connecting concerned South Africans to organizations on the ground.
Yeah.
We have managed to help almost 100 organizations so far nationally. We support organizations with food parcels, food vouchers, as well as we've been very fortunate to get, So yes, and then we've been fortunate to connect with brands such as Kumba and Lint and Hungry Lion, which gave us access to supporting thousands of people. I think we've probably supported 10 to 20,000 of people so far, all over the country with their food. And also it was so exciting, we got Lint chocolates, which we gave to the kiddies that, it just brought so much joy. A lot of these people are just eating.
They don't mind your
a lot of the people are just they're eating the general basics, like samp and milli meal. So being able to give them like a chocolate or a packet of chips has really just lightened up people's faces.
Yeah,
we hear such great stories. We are only the guys behind the computers, but our real heroes are the guys on the ground that are working tirelessly to feed these communities, and not only feeding them, but a lot of these people are going through emotional issues and having a lot of difficulties within their families. So it's just, we've been connecting with every organization we support. We connect with them and try to understand what their needs are and what they're doing, not only during Corona, but what their projects are like outside of Corona, because this is the work that needs to be done all year round. Just giving support.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm actually part of one of those organizations that were able to benefit from Corona Care, and I'm part of, a founder of the African Mom and Baby Foundation, and we provide hospital packs to moms and babies in public hospitals. And we were able to actually, go to Kalafong Hospital in Ottridgeville in Pretoria, and we're able to play a meaningful role in the lives of those moms, and that was really just amazing for us. We were very grateful for that support during this time. And I know you've assisted so many other organizations, and through your platform, I've been able to see other organizations. And I think the nice thing about it is that we all have certain things that speak to us, that are of interest to us, whether you are an environmentalist and you are looking to support a cause that is about sustainability, or hunger and children. Like, there is an organization there that will speak to you, and then you can just maybe support in whatever means that a person can. So I really, really appreciate that what you guys have to offer. And beyond COVID-19, I'm hoping that you would still be around. I suppose the effects of the coronavirus will last for quite some time, and the work you guys are doing will still be needed. And
Exactly, yes. And we're so thankful. I mean, we absolutely love your organization and what you guys are doing. And it was really great to connect with you and many others. And like I said, you guys are the heroes. We're doing all the behind work, and like our motto is Ubuntu in action. And that's why we just want to work in a collaborative way to support one another. And like I said to you, I would love to connect you with other organizations. They are Cape Town based, but just to share resources. There are other organizations that are doing the parcels for the babies. And now because we've covered such a big base of organizations, we're able to connect each other so that we can share and support. Just collaboration is key, and we've seen that the most now during this time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us and speaking to us, Liv. And I'm gonna head on and chat to Kate from Give a Home South Africa now.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, really appreciate it.
Thanks, Liv.
Have a good evening.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Hi.
Sihle, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Awesome. It's great to put a name to a face.
Yes. I just want to say, I wanted, I was just going to say, I'm not sure if anyone's seen my stories, but that video that you guys did, they say stay home.
Yes.
It stuck to me. They say stay at home, but
when you don't have a home.
But when you don't have a home, where do you go?
Stay at home, the world has been saying. But when you do not have a home, where do you go?
And that is basically the message behind Give a Home SA.
That's it, 100%.
It's so catchy, sounds simple, but really this is like the reality of so many people. Homelessness is a serious issue in South Africa.
It really is. Firstly, let me just say thanks to Liv. She says that we are the heroes, but I've been to the school that her and Let's Build Masibulele built, and she's definitely one of the heroes as well. So I just wanted to lead with that. But thanks so much for having myself and Give a Home on your live feed. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And let's just start. If you can just introduce yourself, just to give us a bit of background on who you are and just the story behind Give a Home, and and who else is a part of it. I guess just a little introduction for everyone.
My name's Kate Parton, and along with my girlfriend Mika, we started the Give a Home SA.
Yeah.
And our goal is to build as many homes now and into the future for South Africans, and hopefully down the line, people up into Africa. So basically, our whole reason that we started this initiative is that we've seen the massive backlog and lack of housing in South Africa, and we really think that as much as can be done needs to be done. Yeah. So this is just that first stepping stone. We've started our first campaign, and we decided to do this campaign on a crowdfunding site called thunderfund.com.
Yes.
And our first mission is to try to build 5 homes for families that have been affected by COVID-19 around South
Yes.
Africa. And we really think that's a realistic goal to start with. If
Yes.
we raise enough money to build 1, 2, 3 homes, we will still go ahead with the project.
Yes.
But yeah, we're very excited and very keen to get our teeth into it.
Yes, that's just wonderful. It's really like a wonderful, wonderful project that you guys are doing. What inspired you to actually, I mean, you could have done anything, but what really led to the decision to build a house, a home for people? Are you a group of construction workers? Are you builders? Are you just
Yes,
who's,
so
yeah,
I have a background in construction.
okay,
It's my love, and for us, a home is a foundation. That's where
yeah,
without a home, it's very hard for other things to follow. So we see a
yeah,
home as your base, as your sanctuary, where you can be with your family, your friends, and really having a roof over your head is for us one of the most important things that you can possibly have as an individual and as a family. And as I say,
yes,
there are millions, and as I've said in that video, you correctly pointed
yes,
out, we started off with, stay at home, but when you don't have a home, where do you go? 5
yes,
million people, or probably actually more than that, in South Africa live in townships, informal
yeah.
settlements, don't have a roof over their heads. And without that, I don't think the economy in South Africa can really move forward.
Yes, oh, and then you are based in Cape Town.
Exactly. I was born and raised in Durban actually, but moved
Okay.
out to Cape Town about 5.5 years ago now. Really, really love it in Cape Town, but
Yeah.
down in Durban quite a bit. So
Yeah.
this initiative, isn't provincially based or a
Okay.
specific city. Our
Okay.
goal will be to reach as many cities and provinces, obviously down the line as
Okay.
possible.
Yeah.
Being in the Western Cape and Cape Town, it will probably start here, and
Okay.
then we will look to
Branch
move
out.
elsewhere.
Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense. That definitely makes sense. Thank you so much for chatting to us today. And,
No problem.
thank you so much for the work that you're doing. It's really just amazing and such a great inspiration to see people that are actually doing such amazing work and working to helping, people that actually need housing is a basic necessity in South Africa. It's like a basic right. We have a right to shelter, and so many people actually don't have it. And it's really just amazing where individuals do come together and decide they want to assist, they want to make a difference into the lives of other people. We really appreciate that, and it's such a great project. And I wish you guys all the success, best of wishes with it, and thank
Thanks
you
so
so
much,
much.
Dieter, and thanks for having us on. And I hope the next time we speak, we would have raised enough money to at least build a few homes, or our ultimate goal
Yes.
of 5 houses. And thanks for providing us with a platform to speak about what we are doing. And I'm sure your platform will go from strength to strength as well. So thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a lovely
Awesome.
evening.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Sihle. Chat to you
Okay,
soon. Bye.
bye. Okay, so that was a lovely chat. So now I'm chatting to um yeah, that was I'm gonna chat to Asi. Asi is a fitness guru. I call her a fitness guru, fitness enthusiast.
Hey, Sihle.
Hi, Asi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you? Thank you
I'm
so much for
good.
having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us. And
Yay.
Asi, please, I mean, you're my childhood friend, so I'm just so happy to see you. But I want you to still introduce yourself. It's very important so that
Sure,
everyone
sure.
like gets to know you. And just
Absolutely.
tell us how you turned your passion, you used what you're passionate about to
Yeah.
actually for a good cause.
Okay, awesome. Well, Sihle, thank you so much for having me tonight. I've been listening in. I heard what Liv and Kate had to say, and I'm so excited to be a part of a conversation like this, just to be surrounded by people like yourself who are doing what they can to help others. So super good Friday. Great way to spend my lockdown Friday. So I only started working out, I guess, honestly 5 months ago, and I
Oh, wow.
absolutely enjoy it every single day. Like I can't stop now. And I guess since the lockdown began, the biggest question I've had is, without all of the millions in the world, what could somebody like myself, an ordinary South African, do
Yeah.
to help those around them? And
Yeah.
luckily, an idea came to my mind one night while I was skipping. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad that I followed through, because what I think one thing that I've learned through the fundraiser is that, managing a fundraiser is not easy. It's no piece of cake. It takes a lot of
Yes.
energy. You have to talk to a lot of people. Like Liv said, collaboration is key, and it's the truth. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy that I was able to follow through and get it done. So all I did was I used my skipping as a means of
Yeah.
raising money. So I skipped to 1,000 one day, and then the next day I got to 2,000, and I was just
Yes.
like, how much more could I skip? Could I do more? So I said, well, we're going to find out, and I'm going to put some money on it. So I reached out to some of my friends and I said, hey, I'm thinking of skipping to 5,000. And
Yes.
I would like you to please pledge an amount of money per 1,000 skips that I can complete. And I guess
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, I could barely make it to 1,000. There's no way she'll make it to 5. So I was
Yeah.
also quite nervous. I
I
said, I
can
don't
skip
even
to
know.
300.
So you know what? What's been really awesome is that actually so many people want to help, but they don't know how. And
Yes.
I think the skipping really gave them a platform to use their funds to help others. So
Yeah.
a few friends pledged an amount of money, and I went live on Instagram for everybody to watch, see
Yes.
me skipping,
Yeah.
just for transparency reasons. And it was so cool because everybody logged in and cheered me on, which was so
Yeah.
special. And so, yeah, I got to 5,000 skips, and
Wow.
yeah, I raised the money, and we were able to deliver food parcels to people.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And if you could just tell us, so you delivered the food parcels, was it to the surrounding areas in Stadtheim,
That's
the
correct, yes.
community of
So
Stadtheim?
correct, absolutely. So it's to Stutterheim and the neighboring areas, so like KwaZidenge, Kubusi, and so on. Those are the areas that I
Yeah.
was looking at. And I guess the biggest thing is I am active on YouTube as well. So I posted a video about the whole thing just to
Yeah.
reach out to people and to let them know about the initiative. And I could only help people in Stutterheim, but I was hoping that the
Yeah.
entire initiative would inspire others to help those around them, so in their
Yes.
area, because I had to link up with the local supermarket so that people will just go there. I sent the money to them. They'll go to the supermarket and collect the food parcels. This way, I don't have to
Yes.
travel and expose myself to the coronavirus either. And so if
Yeah.
you are in an area, you could do the same. Use the people around you to help
Yeah.
others. And what's been really cool is, Sisha, I'll mention to you now, is that since I did the initiative, a lot of people have seen the video
Yes.
and they've reached out to me to help. So right now, the food parcel is 1,000 rands worth of groceries. It's 50 rands that was
Wow.
sponsored by Hill Street
Yeah.
Supermarket, that buys people mints. And then just last
Yes.
week, each food parcel is getting 2 face masks from the local SPCA.
Oh my goodness.
So they weren't able to donate an amount of money because they're also really struggling at the moment with all
Yes.
the
But
animals
that's
that people are
amazing.
bringing in. But they said, you know what, Asi, we do have a face mask initiative going, which is a
Yes.
fundraiser for them, and we'd like to help out. And yeah, so thanks to them, now I also can give the families masks.
Asi, thank you so much. The work you're doing is inspiring. And this is just, and I wanted to chat to you because you're just a normal person. You don't have like a formal NPO or anything, but you decided to use what you're passionate about. And it's just like exercising. And you just use that as a way of, just giving back to the community. And I really love what you did. And
Aw.
thank you so much. It's definitely an inspiration to other people to use whatever it is that they're passionate about just to help someone else in need. Thank you so much
Aw.
for that, Asti.
Thank you,
And
Sise.
okay, so now I am going to our last guest that I'm speaking to for the evening, guys. And thank you so much for like tuning in and being with me this entire time. She has so many. Hi.
Hello,
Hello. How are you?
putting yourself.
I'm great, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
I just want to start off by, asking you, okay, to just introduce yourself a bit to everyone. And if you can introduce the work that you're doing with your NPO. And, I'm just like really interested because you're coming from, an NPO that basically focuses on education for children, right? And it's primary school children.
Yeah.
But
And a
yeah.
former colleague of Usihle.
Yeah.
So, what we used to do and originally did is we basically have like a mobile reading lab that we deliver to schools. So we basically recreate a computer lab that comes in the morning and leaves in the afternoon. And we
Okay.
teach grade 1 and 2 learners how to read.
Okay.
There's an online reading program called Reading Eggs, which is an Australian program that are used quite a lot in private schools in South Africa, and we deliver to kids in Atteridgeville. So we teach them literacy and computer skills.
Yeah. And in which communities do you normally? You said it's Atteridgeville, I think.
Yeah, so in Pretoria West,
Yeah.
we're in schools in Pretoria West and Atteridgeville, and we originally started with grade 1 learners last year, and then now we have grade 1 learners and the grade 2 learners.
Yes. So you're saying you have a reading lab, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you basically operate in the in Pretoria West for now.
Yeah.
For now,
Yeah.
that's where
We're still trying to bulk up the method and collect reports and research that shows that it works. And then once we've done that and we have perfected the equation, we're going to replicate it in other spaces.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. That's really like amazing because I mean,
so we had our last lesson in like March, just before the days, and the principal asked us to stop early because they wanted to focus on assessments for the first term. So we about the second week of March, and schools closed. Of course, the lockdown happened. So as part of the program, we purchased the license for the reading program. The students pay them annually, but it's like ended up being reduced to a monthly fee. And this hadn't been operated in the schools with the 2 grades, which adds up to about 600 learners. So there's a certain amount per learner. And like 360 learners, sorry. I decided to, because those funds were just sitting and we weren't paying, I decided to use that money to buy food parcels for the learners that are and it was necessary because the learners at the schools that we work with get basically their main meal at the school.
At school, that's so true, and that's so true. And we I don't know. Sometimes you take for granted, especially maybe if you don't go, you're not really exposed to schools and townships or anything. You forget that those children that go to school in townships, they actually rely on the meals that they get at school. So if you close down the school, then what are they eating? And who's supporting them?
Yeah, that's actually what the principal said. You're closing down the school, you're also closing down the only restaurant that these kids know.
Wow. Wow. And wow, thank you so much, for the work that you're doing. It's amazing. It's inspirational. And I'm just here to shine a light on obviously this incredible you're like giving back and just like helping children. And that is really important. And I thank you for that. And I wish you and your organization all the best. And I hope you guys grow and that you would expand and reach other parts of the country or other parts of Gauteng. And thank you so much.
Thank you for the platform, Sihle. I
Oh,
appreciate
much, guys. For everyone that tuned in today and that was watching and listening to me talking to the different people, I really appreciate it. I really just wanted to use this platform to shine a light on everyone that's doing work during this COVID-19 pandemic. And there's just so many different ways that we can all get involved and we can all help people. Just starting off with Corona Care is a matchmaking platform. They have a lot of different organizations there. You can go to their website and find a cause that speaks to you and find a way of joining and supporting them, whether it's through volunteering of your time or through sponsoring or donations. And then we had Kate from Give Home South Africa, who they are doing an amazing project. Just thinking about it gives me so much chills, and it's exciting. An initiative to actually build a home for people that do not have a home. And that's in South Africa, the right to have a home is actually one of the basic fundamental constitutional rights that we have. And we know that our government is doing all that it can with building RDP houses, but we know how that system works, and it's slow, and subsidy houses are also just, they come with their own problems. But when you find an organization and that just wants to do something and give back to a community, to people that are struggling and are homeless, that's just amazing. And that's something that we have to recognize, and we have to get involved, and we have to support them. And of course, we had Asi. Asi spoke to us. She just loves exercising, and she just turned her passion and she used it for good. That's just an example, as if you're a baker, if you love cooking, whatever you enjoy doing, you can use that as a way of giving back and helping the less privileged. And then, of course, we ended off by having Koketso. They provide mobile reading labs for children in primary school. So they are focused on education and providing resources to schools. And that's just wonderful, wonderful work that they're doing. And they have provided food to these children during this time, because we know that the lockdown has meant that a lot of people are starving and they don't have the food and a lot of children don't have the meals that they would be getting from schools. That's it for me, guys. I was just trying to summarize everything. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a lovely evening. And good night, and God bless you. Bye, guys. Thank you. Ending the chat.